Alright, so today we are going to be continuing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This is post-main story campaign, which we finished a couple parts ago. And the story was great. Last time we did a bunch of side quests and things, which were very interesting. And we're continuing that today. Just a whole lot of side quests, no main story things of any... There's nothing left to do, aside from the main story. I don't have the DLC yet. I might consider that later on in the future. I'm aware that there is a, Ragnarok DLC. What was that parkour that Eivor just did right there? I've never seen him do that. Oh, that was amazing, dude. You, kickflipped off the side of the building to grab the wire. That was good. I know that there's a Ragnarok DLC, and I'm aware that there's a Paris DLC, which I believe the Paris assets are just things they either reused from the river raids, or the river raids were a way for them to make a lot of materials to use for the DLC, or the river raid section of the Paris stuff reuses the DLC stuff. I don't know what came first. So, eventually, at some point, not this year, probably sometime next year, we might see the Ragnarok DLC and or the Paris DLC. I don't know what I would like to do first. I don't know anything about them. I just know that they exist. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's start with the random side missions. We are in London at the moment. What is this? It's terrible. It's the worst event to happen in the days of mankind. The Gleemen have broken their bonds of friendship and composition. I heard that it was all the fault of that wicked Ostrid. She made her way among their numbers and turned Cinewolf and Ysane upon each other like wild dogs. I can only drown myself in woe and hope for more blessed music-filled days. Right, okay, I remember this from 4 years ago on the PS4 when I played this stuff myself. I don't believe this was in one of the 4 videos I did for that brief little play session. And yeah, it's like a boy band has broken up or something. And these are all the fans, and they're sad. So we need to get the band back together. I don't know, Eivor, you're being awkward. So, that is a thing that is going on in London. I'm not sure if I will complete that on my own at some point, per happenstance, or if we will do that today, because it seems to be one of those things where there's very occasionally, it's not common, but occasionally you'll get a mission like this where something has happened and you have to just come upon in the overworld where the NPC relevant to the quest is to finish the quest. I believe there's like 3 or 4 of them or something. I'm not sure. I know that we're trying to get like a boy band or whatever back together as a joke. And I remember actually 4 years ago looking up how to do this because I was confused about that. During this playthrough, I realized that there were missions like this, and I think like 2 or 3 of them I did on my own because it took a while to figure out and run around the map to get those ones done. But yeah, it's you're given a mission kind of very vaguely, and you just solve it whenever. Which is kind of annoying for me because it's like, I want to go from step 1 to step 2, but these ones are formatted more like a mission, I don't know, out of Morrowind. Or a more classical RPG where things just kind of happen, and if you finish it, great. In any case,
Never seen a nun play such an instrument.
I learned the tile harper from church. I used it for coin. Turned away from God to a life of sin. The Gleeman we were called. The finest bards in all London. Our music moved statues to tears, but no more. The Lord demanded I return to the fold. I begged Izane to join me, but she still toils with devil and drink. Music and dice have led her astray. She and that Kine wolf. All my financial woes stem from their greedy shenanigans.
You have debts, you mean? Large enough to send you into hiding.
How dare you imply that I hide behind my cloth from men who would break my instruments for a mere 50 silver?
50 silver I can cover. But for that sum, I want to hear the Gleeman perform together. One last time.
Oh, you are temptation-wrapped redemption, stranger. I have missed the dice dearly. Perhaps God has other plans.
I love that. We give her 50 and we steal the 50 out of her basket from her street performing. Oh. Eivor, that's not right. You don't do that. But yeah, I don't have too much of an issue with these. They're only mildly annoying quests because... And I know some people love quests like this. They love the idea of like, oh, well, it makes the world feel more alive and random and things like that. And it's like, yes, that is entirely true. And that is an aspect that I like about those quests, these quests. But at the same time, it's very inconvenient in the sense that I could play... You have to put it in the grand scheme and scale of this kind of game. We're at like around... We're like 195 hours into this game. The whole story mode's complete. I've done most of the side stuff. I've gotten all of the wealth and everything as such, and various other like sub things like the Animus quests, most of the cairns, and blah, blah, blah. Most of the content in the game is done. And at the same time, I could start this mission. I could have started this mission towards the beginning of the game, like 10 hours in. And up until this point, I might have never found, on my own, any way to complete this quest. That's my point. It's like, you might, without some slight direction, you might not be able to complete these, and you're not really given any direction on these aside from, oh, this is in the overworld somewhere. I literally just happened upon that lady who is conveniently and nicely placed there, but I don't know where any of these other people are. Is it one of these people? Cancelled. So yeah, I would have to spend a while just running around this place trying to see if I can find these musicians. London's one of the bigger towns in this game. And during most of the playthrough, I would not really care. I would be fine doing it on my own. But through the playthrough itself, I would not care to just spend like 2 hours running around London trying to find a couple NPC characters. That's just not my jam. Okay, I was going to say, you look like you're having an important conversation. We're going to leave you to it. In any case, right now, we're going to continue with some other missions around. We're going to go to this mission in London as well. If we find any other Gleeman today, then that'll be nice. But it is not a priority for me. Which also means if and I do on my own or anything like that, we probably won't see, we won't record the end of whatever that quest is, probably. So, sorry. It's just the nature of the game. Come on, Eivor, just climb up one of those posts, please. One funny thing that I did find out while I spent a little bit of time last week on my own personally, kind of running around the map, seeing like, okay, is there any... There's actually some secret treasures that I did not know about that are not listed This is the weirdest thing to say, but there actually still are treasure chests of some smaller things that are not listed on the map. I'm not sure if that's a developer oversight, but I've run across 3 or 4 in the last couple personal sessions of playing this game, just running around and such. I believe one of them was actually in the Gloucestershire, like, waterfall thing back here. Like, back here, there's a chest that you don't even see an X mark for it anywhere. But it's back there. And I just stumbled upon it running around trying to get some more tungsten. So there's a little more to the world map that isn't shown to the player than seems to be let on. I'd love to play some Orlog, dude, but I've already done all of that many months ago. But, oh, right. The guy who was bullying Octavius here in London, apparently there's 2 ways you can go about, like, getting into his house to get the statue for Octavius. We've already gotten the statue for Octavius. That was done a long, long time ago. But I believe I used my charisma to get that. And you can also steal his house key, which is on a chair outside of his house, and that seems to permanently just be stuck there because, like, let me use the bird. Yeah, that, you see that key? That's right there. The house right where that key is the house of the bully for Octavius. And the key is kind of just permanently there because I used charisma to get the statue for him in that little side quest, side story for him. So you can probably at some point figure out a way to try and snatch the key, but if you just try to go over there and pick up the key off the seat, it tells you, oh, you must distract this guy. And it's just like, I can't distract this guy because he's always standing out there. But yeah, that chair where that key is, it's just kind of a weird, another developer oversight of leaving the key in the overworld. Because I did that quest a different way. I came here looking around like, okay, is there anything interesting for me to see? Oh, there's a key over there. That's odd. There's no more treasure chests out here. What does it go to? And that's what it turns out to be for. So, it's an oversight. It's fine. This is a big game. It's just funny to see that. Because when you do find an oversight like that in this game, it's a very well-polished game, I will say that. I've been saying that this whole playthrough, weirdly enough. There are a few glitches. But overall, this is one of the more polished Assassin's Creed games I've played. And I've played most of them. Dear God, Assassin's Creed Unity and Syndicate. Pulls on my collar. We don't talk about those. I actually don't really hate Syndicate. I don't hate either of them, to be honest. Unity is boring, but fine. It's very glitchy. At least when I played it, it was glitchy on the PS4 back in 2015. And Syndicate, I enjoyed the overworld a lot to the point where it kind of became like Grand Theft Auto a little bit and Sleeping Dogs, where I did not give 2 craps about the story at all. I cannot tell you anything about who the character, even the main characters. I don't know the name of the main character in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I don't remember the name of the main character of Assassin's Creed Unity. But I remember having a decent time running around the overworld. It's like, oh, this is France. Oh, this is London. The only really thing that stuck in my head with Syndicate was committing Grand Theft Auto with horse carriages. That's about it. And the fight music. The fight music is great. Or whatever it is. I haven't played Syndicate in like nearly 10 years. But yeah, those were the little things that stuck with me. Everything else about the game I did not care for and I thought was really not great.
A message in a bottle.
I don't think I was supposed to approach this mission at this angle.
In a cow's stomach. Guess you'll have to go fishing for the rest of the treasure.
Right, so this is another one of the I remember interacting with this quest, maybe even on video for one of these parts I've done in the past.
Ah, wise. Hid a necklace in a cow's stomach. Guess you'll have to go fishing for the rest of the treasure.
I'm gonna go on a limb and literally try fishing.
The water's boiling with them.
But yeah, I don't like hate Unity and Syndicate. They're fine. They're in my opinion they're the worst Assassin's Creeds. They're fine. They're just really not interesting. They're just not. Rogue was great. I really enjoyed Rogue. And what was a last thing? Origins and Odyssey were alright. They just didn't hook me. 3, I'm a weirdo who really enjoys 3 a lot. 4 was my favorite before this game. I honestly would have to probably say this. It's probably going to be one of those, my mood will shift whether I like 4 or this, but right now I still say Valhalla is my favorite at the moment. If and whenever I do go to play 4 again during that time while I'm playing it, I will probably say it's the best. Okay, yeah, there's like fish right there, but none of them are biting. That was weird. Oh, that's even worse. Yeah, these... As much as I like this game, there's some weird... Okay, we got it. God, this reminds me of Shenmue 3's fishing. I kind of think I actually prefer Shenmue 3's fishing more than this. This isn't bad. But, ooh, look how big he is.
Slippery bastards. Must be the necklace.
Oh, I actually got it. Okay, that I was just going out on a limb guessing, well, I'll just literally do what she says. And it was.
I have the treasure you seek.
Do you? Please, give it here then.
I found this necklace in the guts of a fish. I could not get rid of the smell.
Even reeking of fish, this is priceless. Many thanks.
Can we take the necklace back? No, she's immortal. Right, anyway. Speaking of Shenmue, I have been considering, I think I brought this up in the past, but I've been considering playing Shenmue 2. I haven't played Shenmue 2 since probably 2013, around 14, I think. It's been about 10 years since, it's been about a decade since I've played Shenmue 2. It's the game I like the least out of the Shenmue series, weird enough. I just don't like the settings, and the characters never stick with me, really. But I would like to play it just so I have played all of the Shenmue games for the channel. I have it on PS... I have the remaster collection for 1 and 2. That's how I played 1 on the PS4. So we have I already have Shenmue 2. It's just like... Do I wanna? And I think I will. We'll see. It's just something I've been tossing around in my head the past couple weeks. Right, so now that we are done with that... We're gonna go out of town to whatever these are. Right, I should explain this. So, we have a battle cat now. I am officially He-Man. So, this is a creature I purchased from Retta. What are these people doing at the front gate? They're just begging? They look like they're praying. So, Retta, back in Ravensthorpe, with the use of Opal, can let you purchase very abstract and fantastical, surreal creatures for you to ride or have as new ravens. I got a bunch of them at for completing the main story. I have like a Pegasus, I have like a Death Pegasus, I have a wolf and a deer, or it's like an elk. I think it's a reindeer. But I purchased this from Retta using my Opal, and it looks insane. Can I go into camera mode? Yeah. So I just want to show this thing. It's the model of the Lynx, which is one of the... I believe this is the larger one, the legendary beast that you fight. And for some reason, I'm assuming it's supposed to be some sort of Asgard creature. It has, like, this frozen lower body and magma upper body. What is the symbol on the saddle, actually? It kind of reminds me of the Midgard serpent, Jormungandr. I don't know what the symbol represents. I'm just kind of guessing at that. I don't think it is because it kind of goes off in a weird separate pattern. In any case, yeah, we have a battle cat. I am calling it a battle cat at least. So, Cringer is with us.
Guards here are vigilant.
I haven't watched He-Man in maybe a year or so, actually. I went through a He-Man binge phase, like, back in 2021.
I do. Which is why I wanted a smaller, sweeter version of it.
Why do you quarrel?
Because my husband has the courage of a quivering dormouse. All I ask for is a child.
I'm not sure how I can help you with that.
There is a rock, a place of great power. They say that
A
all
place of
women
power,
who
you
live
say?
there come away pregnant.
From a rock.
From the fertile power and energy it holds. I must see it for myself. Will you protect me on the road? Every woman I know who's gone to the rock has left with child. It's a miracle.
Okay.
This is not...
We're gonna go there. It's gonna be a rock, but it's gonna be like some creep who may or may not be raping these ladies. I don't know. Here, it looks like this is the rock. So I don't know what this is. I've never done this side quest, but this sounds sketchy as fuck.
Transformed a bird into a hare at this very spot.
What is this?
Then laid colored eggs for her festival. The place
Okay, we've got wolves.
magic.
Birds becoming hares, hares laying eggs. Well,
Where?
birds have stranger stories.
Here we are.
Yeah, I see the rock, but where? Over there? Yeah. There's still more. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I'm assuming we're gonna find like some pervert or rapist or some weird thing, some person up here. There is a camp. What is this? Why do I keep hearing wolves? Right.
Ostara, bestow your blessing upon me. Give me that which I so desperately desire. A child.
Ostera shall grant your wish through the power of a sacred ritual. Do you both seek the goddess's succor?
This woman has come to take in the power of the Rock of Fertility.
And she will all leave satisfied.
However long it takes, and whatever is needed of me, I will give it.
Evor's expression. His expression, his kind of wincing expression reminded me of Arthur with the weird two redneck siblings who were, banging. Just this very like, what's going on here kind of thing. Where are you two going? Why is that like a targetable object? Oh, he's immortal. All right, you guys can bang. Go at it.
Feel the power of the goddess. Take it all in.
But it...
Oh, it's supposed to be a funny bit when to me this is still just really kind of creepy and weird. Did I ruin the dialogue?
My dear,
No.
feel the power of the goddess. Take it all in.
But it is so... big.
Yes, darling. Oh, yes. Yes. Filling you up. You feel the power. Yes, you feel the power. Oh. Yes.
I don't like this.
And the goddess, yes.
And the goddess, yes.
Ostra. Oh, yes. Yes, darling. Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, wow. Oh, yes, wow. I feel the power. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. Oh, yes. Oh.
She's a believer.
Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, so glad.
Did they really VA this whole thing?
The goddess, yes. The goddess, yes. Oh, the goddess, yes. Oh, wow. Yes. Yes, no, yes.
They're still going!
Holy yes. Oh.
The essence of the gods is certainly spreading itself all over Sussex.
Ugh.
Leave them to their ritual.
He went way too long in that for the VA. Oh my god. All of that was like one take. That's amazing. This is all very creepy, and I don't really like it because but okay, so yeah, her guy obviously, to me it was more of a, like, the guy obviously just didn't want to bang her for some reason. But the fact that he knows that she has gone off to this rock, and now she is willingly banging this dude just to have his kid instead. It's just like, this whole thing is like some weird family drama, whatever crap, and it's just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care about that. So, yeah, this is weird. This is a weird mission, and I didn't know where it was gonna go. I was expecting this honestly to be a bit more of a Witcher kind of moment, where it would be like, okay, lady knows about some weird pagan god thing out in the woods. We're gonna escort her there. It's gonna be like a group of bandits, or maybe a bandit, or just some perverted freak or somebody out here who's just been like spreading these rumors of this fake god or whatever, and is just raping women or something out here, and will come out here and kill him. I literally thought it was going to be a very It's not too common in this game, but I was expecting, because of my knowledge of the Witcher series and everything, and it being my favorite franchise, all the story beats were there for this to be a very cookie-cutter Witcher story mission. And it didn't. It just turned out to be a freak out here in the woods banging random women, and the weirder part to me is the fact that she was into it. I'm just like, what?
Many women come here.
I guess. I mean, sure, if he's Fabio, then have at him. Whatever. If he's not hurting anybody, then fine. It's just like I was expecting, like, you know, a monster situation. I was ready to kick some ass. All right. Just pervert living in a rock in the woods. Sure. Let's get going to a different mission, which is actually right next to this. Come, Battle Cat. We must go and defeat Skeletor. Oh no! Imagine just having sex out in the woods and you see a giant flaming battle cat run by. Man, that's a story you both want to tell people but don't want to tell people. Right, so what is this? I just realized what this is. It's what I was looking for, like last time or a time. One of the previous times. Okay. My all the adrenaline is now rushing into my brain. So, recap. In the past, I have talked about how, on my own, I found this random side mission. I thought that this was all the way, like, over on this side of the map somewhere. Like, down here in these, like, not over in those woods, but I honestly thought it was, like, in this patch of woods over here. No, apparently it's right here. So, what we got here is a bit of a... This is going to be interesting. It's probably going to be very brief, to be honest, but it's a weird side quest. So, in the past, we had the singing crazy lady who would walk around the woods, and she was super scary and everything. We did that in the past as a side mission. We ended up killing her because she was some bizarre cannibalistic man-eater. This guy is a crazy old man who's been killing people, I believe, at this monk's lair. He's like an insane monk or something. And he's got a giant axe with him. And I activated this quest line by going into his goon cave. That's where we're standing right now. We are on top of this man's goon cave. And I stole some treasure. I opened up his treasure chest, stuck my filthy hands into his goon cave's treasure chest, pulled out its riches, and booked it. So, now we have this crazy man here who is running around this place. I don't know where he is. This is scary now because I'm in his domain. Oh, I got scared by my own battle cat for a second. He's out here somewhere. I recognize this. I don't know where he is. This man is somewhere out here, and I'm pretty sure he operates on radius, so he probably knows that I am here already, not even having seen me. His NPC model probably knows this.
Show me.
I think I see him. He's standing next to the path, I think. But that's the thing, I'm pretty sure he's just going to activate. He doesn't seem to have actually activated yet. It's like... Yep.
How many have you murdered in this wood?
How many have you gooned to out here, old man?
I was a man of peace, but you taught me a killer's ways.
Whatever you have suffered, it was not at my hands.
It was of your own filthy hands. You know, the funniest...
Butchered my brothers.
Hatred has driven you mad.
He seems to be having some issues. Yeah, he's got a hammer? Yeah, he's got a giant hammer, not an axe.
All Danes must die.
Oh, okay, now he's finally activated. Weird. Yeah, his NPC seems to be having some weird issues. Probably because the way that this quest was supposed to go has not gone how it's supposed to go.
Graves I dug in the hard earth for those.
Yeah, there's his goon cave.
I have done you no wrong.
He's not going to be difficult to fight. That's the thing. I'm scared of him more of his presence than of his person.
I was a man of peace, but you taught me a killer's ways.
Oh, he actually has some HP. I'm like level 500 and something in this game, which is already 200 above what most people would ever reach.
The thirst for vengeance led you there.
All right.
Rest now.
Well, that's also all the mysteries and soothsayers. Yeah, so probably back in, I want to say April.
Perhaps you wished you were dead.
I want to say March or April. I came in here and stole the treasure out of this chest. I never knew that guy was around. Oh, I skipped some titanium, actually. There, we stole his kidney stones. And I didn't know that guy existed, so I went in here because there's supposed to be like a whole environmental storytelling thing with like a bloodied and a disgustingly bloodied house and corpses littering trails and such all along out here and everything. And I didn't really see much of any of that. I just kind of found this place, went in, stole stuff, and that guy automatically spawned and started chasing me. So the Goon Cave is complete. Honestly, that's kind of a relief for me. Funny enough, if you want to make a joke about that, but yeah, so that's actually a bit of a relief for me because now I don't have to worry about like randomly coming across that guy and him fighting me out of nowhere. He's not going to kill me. That's the thing. I'm way too high level for anything like that. I'm too high level for death. Are you kidding me? With these stats? Oh, look at that 507. That is delicious. So, death is not an issue for me. I was honestly much more surprised that it looks like it would have taken me 3 to 4 hits to kill him. And if you've seen the combat that I've done in this game of recent, of any sort in the past few parts, that's kind of nuts, to be honest. Most enemies go down in 1 hit, maybe 2. Did we not push Gorm just off of a ledge and he died instantly and he is one of the Templars? Yeah. Yeah. So we're actually going to fast travel out here. We're going to go to Winchester and see what any of these quests are. You could say the Gooner has come. All right. So, what do we got? We got a blocked off church. Hooray! This is inside the church, I think. Excuse me, where is this? No, it's outside the church over here. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry for breaking your hundreds of year-old windows. You can just go to Menards or Lowe's or Home Depot, get some new ones. It's not that big a deal, it's just a window.
You have not left the church in days. The stench offends even God knows.
I have been looking at this scripture for hours. God is giving me a sign. If only I could see it. See his light.
A sign? God in heaven, give him a sign. Set him on his true path, far away from me.
Yes. Illuminate me, oh Lord. Illuminate me. Your meaning is unclear, God of gods. Please, there must be some other purpose for my life.
So, here's the thing. This man hasn't bathed in a couple days. He stinks. His name is Asser, so I'm assuming he smells of shit. How much butt butter do you have, my dude?
What troubles you?
God will speak to me. I know it. He will show me my true path.
This is becoming just a really weird, like, weirdly gross session. Same thing in my mind, but it's just like, yeah, we defeated the weird cum goblin man in the woods, and now we have a gamer over here who doesn't want to leave his console that he's been playing. He's been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 or Fortnite for 3 or 4 days straight.
I must follow his beacon.
My dude,
Your meaning is unclear, God of gods. Please, there must be some
if you make God the utmost delight and pleasure of your life, he will provide you with what you desire most.
send me a sign, O Lord. Illuminate my true path. For you are the
There's nothing above him.
the Lamb who follows your lamp. You are the light of the world. So do these rays mean something? Your meaning is unclear, God of gods. Please, there must be some other purpose for my life.
I'm sorry, but they were annoying me.
Leave me be. I am deep in contemplation. Send me a sign, O Lord.
If you make God the utmost delight and pleasure of your life, he will provide you with what you desire most.
Follows your lamp.
This isn't even a Dr. Seuss rhyme.
You are the light of the world. So do these rays.
Okay, this whole... My man, this piece of paper just says that if you love God, then good.
Unclear, God of gods. Please, there must
God is great, God is good, thank you all for this food.
send me a sign, O Lord. For you are the shepherd and I am the lamb.
You see nothing, my good man?
Please, there must be some other.
Right, I don't know what this is asking entirely. Like, I can't hurt him.
Illuminate my true path. For you are the shepherd and I am the lamb.
What happens if I just burn it? Can I do that?
You are the light of the world. So do these rays mean something?
It caught on fire briefly, but then it went out. Lovely. The holy scriptures of this church are
God of gods.
immune to fire.
Must be some
What is this?
for my life. Send me a sign, Lord. Illuminate my
I don't get why it says I can move this when... Is it just supposed to kind of show me? Oh, okay, I get it. We gotta move him along. We gotta move our hombre on from this piece of paper he's been staring at for who knows how long.
That should do it. His God has spoken to him at last, with my divine intervention.
My path is clear. I must throw off the shackles of brotherhood. I will dedicate my life to glorifying God. through another. My account must be one of utmost grace, exhaustive, immortalizing the great acts of the prodigal Alfred. Oh, thank you, Lord. I will write a blessed manuscript praising Alfred and his great work.
So, I'm setting on a path to glorify Alfred, that pompous Saxon. I hope his writing reeks as much as he does.
I mean, it doesn't really matter since Alfred is currently baking bread in a swamp. I don't really care if there's a dude who just seems to really like him. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I know we're in not friendly territory here, but a lot of guards will just automatically see me and target me if I take the cloak off. So there's another quest out by the stables. Oh, it's a donkey! Oh, sorry, my dude. Goodbye. Is there anyone even actually after me? No. The music got very intense, and I'm like, I don't believe there's anyone after me. So today I went hiking. It was very lovely out. It is, for me right now, it is autumn, and, what, you want some of this? These guys aren't hurting me, but they're just being annoying with their shields. Right, so we're doing this. Right. So I was out hiking today. It is lovely and sunny out today. It has been the past couple days, and it is autumn, and all the trees are beautiful. So I am in a very good mood today, because nature is wonderful. Okay, so there's supposed to be a quest here.
You're pretty cocksure for a child.
You would be too if you had miracle legs.
Miracle legs? They seem pretty normal to me, girl.
Looks can be deceiving. Have you heard of the great Phidippades, the mighty hero of old? Ran all the way from Marathon to tell the king they won the battle. Then guess what happened? He only fell down dead.
Dead? From running?
It was very far. Girls can't fight. It's the rules. But like Phidippades, I'm going to be the fastest messenger who ever lived.
So when the Norse defeat the Saxon armies, you'll quickly bear the bad news to your king.
Them sissy britches. That chance. So do you want a race or not? I've beaten everyone else in the whole world.
In that case, let's run.
I was gonna say, where?
Miracle legs of yours. You're fast, I grant you, but you will not outrun me.
Ah! Great Phidippades! Give me speed! Whoosh! Oh.
Let's see these miracle legs of yours. You're fast, I grant you, but you will not outrun me.
This is kind of my question mark, because it's like, I don't know the path for this.
Great Phidippades! Speed! Woo!
But I'm assuming it's this.
You're fast, I grant you, but you will not outrun me.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what the
Great fight, Dippities!
Like, man...
Let's see these miracle legs of yours.
I don't mind if we lose. It's more just like, I don't know what
No
direction...
Saxon has been able to keep me on my toes like you, little one.
I never thought I would be beaten.
Oh,
You
I
run like the wind.
somehow won?
I'm glad I had a real challenge.
And I'm glad to have given you one.
Do you like interesting places?
How did I
I've
win?
been all over Wessex. Found some scary, spooky magic spots.
Exploring such is what I live for.
I'll give you my diary. I call it The Many Wondrous Runnings of the Galloping Miracle Legs. Bye-bye.
Sure, I'll sell it to a shopkeep somewhere. Right, so that, I don't know how I won, but I'll take it, sure. Onward, Battle Cat! Seriously, this thing looks so out of place, and I think I am fine with it because it's funny and it doesn't destroy my immersion anymore because there is no main story. I have played through the game, I am allowing myself to have some dumb fun. Alright, this looks like a trap. What do we got?
What happened here? And what befell the dragon?
Tournament invitation. You are hereby invited to the annual bear fighting tournament. Bring your finest bears and compete for the title of Bear Master. Alright, so this over here.
If I die, it'll be your fault, you know? You want that on your conscience, do ya?
Let's talk to the dude first, before we kill the bear. I'm pretty sure most players would probably just run in and kill the bear first.
Here who wants to eat my face? I would quite like it subdued, please.
Okay, so you want me to take it down.
Did you kill it? You weren't supposed to actually kill it. Get in here now. I want a word with you.
Your gratitude is touching.
Gratitude? That was my prize-fighting bear you killed. How am I supposed to make my living now?
It is thanks to me that you are living at all.
Oh, thank you, your majesty. Please accept my eternal loyalty for condemning me to abject poverty.
I'm sorry. It seemed like you were in danger.
Sorry? Sorry won't feed my 7 children. What am I to do now?
Maybe pick a smaller animal to abuse next time. Farewell.
Without them there, all I have left is my winning personality. Oh, God, I'm doomed.
It's interesting the game seems to kind of want me to kill this guy. It was the first prompt for this thing, and as soon as I got done talking to him, the game kind of, like, directioned me to do that with the camera and the movement. I just want to see where this guy goes. Like, is he going to the bear? Is he going to his cart?
That cursed animal tried to kill me. I should have beaten it more while I had the chance.
Saying something like that is making me kind of tempted. I got my finger on the trigger on the R1 button. Can hear it tapping.
How am I going?
Oh, even he's antsy. What are you fighting? Oh, he's picking fights with the guards. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say he... Ooh, game stuttered for a second there. Yeah, he's picking fights with the guards. Okay. Yeah, well, they're gonna kill him for me. I don't need to do anything. I was gonna say, he's in that weird kind of pagan bandit class of enemy. It's not too often where you just kind of stand and watch the NPCs kill each other. Well, there goes him. He had no items on him, so... Onward, my battle cat. Right. That was kind of weird. We are going to the other side of Winchester now to get whatever this is. Yeah, while I was out in the woods enjoying and soaking up nature because it's all going to be totally gone soon with the onset of winter. I hate winters here. If you know me, you know that I hate winters. Because everything here is just brown, gray, and dead. And it sucks for 6 months of the year. So this is kind of the death throes of nature, and I'm enjoying it as much as I can before everything becomes bleak and barren. But I assisted with the elderly while I was out there, because there is a group of, I would assume they're in their late 60s, maybe early 70s. And they were kind of lost. They asked me for, like, where's the path to go through here? Because it was covered in leaves. So I showed them. It was behind a few fallen trees. There were a lot of dogs. There were a lot of people walking their dogs out there. Okay, what is this?
You there! Dead! Toss and be saved!
What do you mean? Why are there just dead people out here?
Don't you get tired of all that yelling?
Welcome, heathen! Praise God who has brought you here to join us!
My ship is not steered by your god.
Cease your blasphemy! You have been summoned by God to be baptized! Submit or pay the price!
And how do you plan to make me?
Faith is our weapon, and the only one we need.
Your threats aren't worth the breath of my arse.
We'll see about that! Faith! Cleanse this pagan scum!
Nice try, sister.
Think twice, nun. I won't.
This is very interesting, having one of the giant Goliaths, but it's it's a nun.
People will worship anyone these days.
Faith! Faith! Oh, you monster! How could you? She was so sweet, gentle, and delicate.
Great.
Can I not hit him? Oh, I can't. He's immortal. Oh, now he's mortal. Nice. I was wondering about the dead bodies. I'm like, whatever's going on here is going to be weird and deadly. I didn't expect her to, like, be a Goliath and try to fight me. I noticed she was tall, but I thought that was just like a quirk that they wanted to have in the background. Grab life. Oh, God. Proclamation concerning faith. Grab life and strangle it until it believes. Heaven. Oh, it's like wrestling. All right, brother. You gotta grab life and strangle it until it believes. Heaven can be... I don't... I'm trying to get like some Hulk Hogan kind of thing going. I honestly am bailing on that right now because I've talked recently about like my throat being messed up. I think I talked about that first in like part 14, 15, whatever. 13, I don't know. I'm not about to destroy my thrussie just to be able to do that kind of voice. Heaven can be in the swamps if you slay enough evil. Meat is better than words, monks and scrolls, but praying is close. Just don't murder, please. Burning garbage is at times healthy and fun. What you make is what you take. Bleed before you pretend to care about a healthy kingdom, lest be the waters empty. We will eat. Let others decide and see. Good times, abdios perpetuus. Okay. Right. Oh, this is weird. They're dead, but I still hear their voices. So their voices seem to be not tied to their literal character models. Okay. Or if they are, they're permanent. I don't know. Something weird there. Right. Nothing down there. We got something out here. But yeah, I'm not about to like scream or do any like really nothing like that. I'm trying my best not to do things like that because it really like rasps up my throat, and I don't want to. I don't want to ruin anything again. We're gonna pass by Shrek. Hello, Shrek. How are you doing, my good man? I rewatched Paranorman and Coraline recently. I saw that. I saw you. You joker. I saw you. You can't hunch down in the grass anymore. Revenge note. Where? Was it just the wolf? It's like I see these guys down here, but okay, whatever. But yeah, I rewatched Paranorman and Coraline with my brother recently, and they were good. I own the 4K disc version of Coraline with all like the director commentary, the most recent release that they have, where they put in like all the behind the scenes stuff. It's a really good watch. I love Coraline. Paranorman, I haven't seen from the start in a long time. It's one of those movies where I'll catch like the end of it or halfway through it and watch it through, but I haven't sat down and watched that movie probably in about a decade. So it was a good rewatch. I recommend if you've not seen either of those. Yeah, riding the cat is weird because the speed and movement is the same as the horse, but like the physical like body animation movement of the cat is different than the horse. So it's a little jarring at first when you've been riding the horse through the whole game. It's the same speed from what I can tell though. So I don't plan on keeping it. I plan on we're probably going to swap this out for next time. This dog is just following us. Is nothing wrong? You just a good boy?
If only Rose were here, she'd help me.
Having trouble, Father.
Rose? Is that you? It is. My daughter, my child! I can scarcely believe it.
You are a little confused.
I've been longing to speak to you again.
I've never spoken to you before.
Rose, do not jest with your father and his failing eyes.
Very well. It is good to see you again.
Such a pleasure to have you at my side, Rose. But I'm so tired, so very tired. I cannot move these crates to shelter. Yes, Rose, right there. You were always very clever, child. Put the others there as well. Rose, you've grown up to be quite strong. That's the last of them. Come join me, Rose. It's been ages since we had a chat.
Are you gonna teach me about the birds and the bees?
Rose, you're such a help. Let us reminisce, shall we? The tale of how I courted your mother.
Why not?
You never tire of that one. Well, as a young man, I was sent to a great lord to help with his livestock. That first day, I brought the cows in from the field, and there was this milkmaid. Her smile like sunshine in a storm.
Oh, he liked the way she milked.
She fancied me. We found our way to a store.
Uh-huh. You don't need to continue.
Better acquaintance.
Oh god, he fell asleep! What?
Sleep well, old friend.
Yeah, this guy's off his rock. Honestly, that's something I just like about Eivor, is the option to just humor people. We're not done yet. That dog is having some issues, though.
And then?
What? Oh, yes, what was I saying? Ah, your mother and I in the storeroom. Yes.
Yes.
The Lord wandered in and caught us making merry.
Oh.
He fell into a dark rage and raised his axe, and me wearing nothing but a smile. Your mother had a quick wit. Why, master, she said, this boy can fetch you more milk than you'd ever have use for. Well, the Lord liked his milk. Says he, bring me this milk, and perhaps I'll show mercy.
I bet he does like his milk.
For the cow pen, milked the cows in a frenzy, and carried back 2 buckets. The Lord spooned off some cream to taste. Satisfied, he had his servant set the milk in the shade, and declared more. In a fright,
More?
your mother said, and we ran outside. How will we get more, I asked. The cows are spent.
I must know what happened.
Eivor is enthralled with this story.
The cows are spent.
I was beginning to think at first that maybe this is the father of the child we met last time, whose dad went out somewhere. I don't remember what town he went to, but he never came back. And we told her, just like, buck up, kid. We kind of gave her a non-answer or something.
Circled around. Soon, the master had 10 buckets.
I don't think this is him, though.
So he gave us his blessing. stables, stole a horse, and never looked back. Not long after you were born. The pinkest little babe a father could hope for. We named you Rose. After the cow.
Oh.
That reminds me. Your mother's ring. She wanted you to have it. Here.
Thank you, Father. It will remind me of Mother always.
Right, so we took the ring. I want to do some environmental storytelling searching. I want to take a look. What is this? This is what I love when it comes to well done, strange stories. And I talked about this, I think, last time, more in depth, but here's what I like about storytelling. We ran across this random guy out here, and we humored him. The dog, I'm going to help the dog right now because it's having issues with its pathing. We came out here and just kind of humored this old man who's been chilling out here. Yeah, he has dementia. And that letter inside, I kind of thought something might be up. I thought this guy might be the father for the little girl who was off that we met last time. Oh, magic Jedi fire. It just started. But, yeah, we didn't know this guy. We just kind of humored him. We listened to his story about his family, essentially. And at the end there, he offered us the ring, which is obviously very important to his family, which he wanted to give to his daughter. His daughter's dead. We didn't know that, but I had a feeling that that was where this is going. This guy's obviously having some issues that he is not in control of, and it was right. It was right to just take the ring because the guy obviously it's a respect thing. Whether or not the guy realized, which he obviously did not, that Eivor is not his kid. We were his kid for him. His kid is dead. Either he more than likely doesn't remember that, given these circumstances, but we already have the proof right here. So there is no child coming to take the ring. There's no child to listen to him. So I think that is a very important... I love this dog. It's just following us. But I think it's a very sad, it's a very real situation. And this is good storytelling. It's sad, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just people, man. But yeah, what we did there was the right thing. We did the right thing for the man. We don't know how long he has left to live. We were his child for a little bit of time. As weird as that may seem, we gave him some comfort, and he obviously doesn't seem to have that much anymore. As we now ride our magical battle cat away from his house. The weird mounts in this game kind of break. Like, I'm fine with it. They break a little bit of that immersion. I feel like I'm playing World of Warcraft or something with this thing. Right. So, I like that. I will remember that mission if I ever come back and play this game from top to bottom again. I'll turn on this game in like 5 years, get to that mission or something again, and be like, I remember this. Oh my god, look at all the sheep. Personally, I feel like the game should penalize you for... What was that? Did you see that? It looked like a deer. What's the time code on that? I'm gonna... Okay, yeah. If I remember that by the end of this, I'm gonna, in post, like, freeze frame and just observe that on my own. I'm not gonna, like, clip it in or anything, but I swear to God, I thought I saw, like, a full deer here, like, run with the rest of the sheep and just vanish. Just click out of existence. But yeah, I feel like the game should... I feel bad for the sheep there. It's like, yeah, I collected a bunch of materials from them, but I feel like the game should penalize you for killing that many just random livestock animals and things like that. That's just me, though. I'm like, okay, whoa, what was that? The cat, like, went on its own movement tangent. That was very odd. There's also a cross up here. Why? What is this? There's just some opal? Huh. Okay. Things like that always leave you with more questions than you're ever going to get because you're not meant to be given answers. That's part of the world building. It's good stuff. Is this the... This is the pregnant lady. I was about to say, I think this is her. It is. Eivor, please just... Wow, that arrow went through it. Oh, Gray, you still held it in.
Your baby's come.
No need for it.
What?
Yes!
It's too far to carry you like this without hurting your babe. I shall have to take you by horse.
You need not help me, but who am
Ride my battle cat. It's new.
It's honorable to leave a pregnant woman to the elements. Why does the baby's father not come to you?
The baby's father is a god.
We're gonna go this way.
Marcus of the Wood saw me on solstice and wooed me with his song.
You laid down with a god.
Aye, is that so shocking? Mary grew Christ from the touch of God. I heard of a Dane god who lay down with a horse.
Loki, and he was also a horse at the time. You didn't get mounted by a horse god, did you?
No, it was very much a man. A godly man, definitely not a mortal. But I didn't see him by light of day, so who knows? Child out of wedlock. Oh, I should raise the babe out here. Safe from town gossip. Raising it as a bastard.
So where are we going?
Talk. Lying with woodland gods and living out in the wilderness. I should become a witch. What do you think, love?
Is that all it takes to become a witch?
Oh, we're not far now, love. You can leave me on the steps of the temple if you want. The rest shall come naturally.
I'm not leaving you to bleed out or be taken by wolves. If your god lover cannot join you in birth, then I will guide your child out.
Oh, I doubt he will. I ran after our little encounter. Thank you, love. You have been kinder to me than my own kin.
Okay. We're at the temple. Yeah, I don't know where we're supposed to go for this. I'm at a temple. The marker doesn't move. That's the thing. That's nothing. Last time we tried this, I tried taking her up this hill because she wanted to go up the hill. I don't know where she's supposed to go. That's the thing. And then once we get out of range and once we get out of a certain range with her and we're not in the direction we need to be, she kind of disengages from where we're supposed to go. We aren't able to pick her back up again, so I'm not sure what the game is asking of me. Yeah, like that, like that. Can you get on the cat again? Oh, she does. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so not here. So, temple. We're gonna try going over here. That's the only other structure in the area that I can see.
Picked up our trail. Hold on.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Picked up our trail. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here with this one. So, this is too far. This is not the right direction. That's not the right direction. Where do we go? There's nothing else. I can't continue down this road. I can go up to the temple, but she doesn't interact with anything there. Let's try going back up to the temple again. Yeah, it's telling me to go up here. We were already up here. It wanted me to go in a specific spot. Okay.
We've made it to the shrine. Do you think the otherworldly father will be able to find us?
I wasn't impregnated by a god, just an ordinary man as bored as me. Doubt we want anything to do with this child.
I see. Then we shall focus on the child instead. Breathe deeply and try to relax. This will take time. I will build a tent. You did a great job. A healthy baby girl. Just hear that cry. Warrior's lungs.
A girl? I have no knowledge of warriors or what to name them. How about your name then? Little Eivor.
Ermina? I've been looking everywhere. Rand told me you'd run off and I worried the worst. Is that...
This is your god lover? I expected more.
God lover? Should I take that as a compliment on my prowess or an insult to my name?
Go mock us. Our families would never approve the union. And if you're to have any reputation, you will forget me.
I think I get to stay in that. I care not about status, and if all we have together is some hut in the woods, then so be it.
A hut in the woods does sound fit for a witch and her babe.
What's interesting is with a pulse, I'm not seeing them have character models in there anymore. Huh. Alright. Normally a little icon with story-relevant characters like that tend to have some sort of, like, way of being seen with the pulse. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. There's a lot of quests up in Jorvik. There's honestly not too many in the overworld now. I believe this is the one with the girl that we talked about from last time. Either there or... No, this one is. Yeah, my voice already feels kind of scratched up from trying to do those voices earlier. There's a couple down here in Kent. We're not going to get through of all of them today. I'm thinking we kind of wrap up with everything outside of Jorvik, and then we'll do all of Jorvik's, which looks like 4 or 5. And maybe we'll do all of those alongside some other stuff we can do in the game. Next time. Oh, hey, it's a smaller lynx. Yeah, look at the size difference. The one we're riding is like the one that was the legendary beast, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's more of them. Lovely. I hate these little things because they're so vicious and fast. Oh my god, there's so many of them out here. There's dozens. You missed. I missed, because you're fast. The battle cat is about to die. Alright, so be aware of lynxes. It's good to know. You good? Why are you sitting in, like, a smoldering ash pile?
I'm here, old man. Tell me your tale.
3 young men came to me not long ago. Braggarts, full of drink and sin. Death had claimed a friend of theirs. So they set out to find Death and teach him a lesson.
That is foolish. We Norse do not seek to control death. We embrace it.
Aye. But rudely they demanded of me, tell us where to find Death. You are old. You must know him. Look no further, said I. He is under the great oak in the forest behind me.
That is where they went.
A strange tale, and one that lingers like a terrible dream.
Okay, yeah, we got some dead bodies. It's either just gonna be him or some other person who is gonna kill, well, try to kill us.
Old man spoke of. Death. So this is what the old man meant. But what happened here? By his pallor, I would say poison took this one's life. What was he reaching for, I wonder? Silver. No doubt this played some part in this sorry scene. Food and ale. Why make a camp here if they were searching for death, as the old man said? Killed by poison. No sign of a struggle. He must have taken it unknowingly. Strangled. That is no bandit's work. 3 men found hidden treasure beneath the tree. They made camp while they decided how to split the prize. 2 of them turned on the third. But he was one step ahead of them, and had already poisoned their ale. So the glisten of silver drove these greedy fools to murder. It seems they found death after all. Or death found them.
I was gonna say, the guy's gone, isn't he? Fragment. Kjopvig, Rigfolk, Bertra, Oscar Sewer. By the big tree just north of the ruins, in the heart of the forest east of Croydon. So, I don't know who the other 3 character names are on that piece of paper, but Kjopvig we killed. Kjopvig was killed at the start of the game. Gorm, his son, is who we killed in Vinland. So, I'm not sure how they relate to that, but that's a little bit of weird intrigue. Anyway. There's something behind that shed that is glitching the heck out. Oh no, is that just the shed itself? You see that? Like this flickering black texture that's going on? Whatever that is? I'm seeing that. I'm not sure if that's the environment or something behind it.
Be my eyes, Sunan.
It's the environment. There's nothing back there.
And tell him I will not fall to the trap of your devil's hooves.
Yeah, I don't see glitches like this too often. That's like a weird shading texture thing.
Dead. From fear or something else. He fulfilled his own prophecy, and nature took its revenge. He was terrified. Believed himself cursed after killing a she-wolf and her cub. And that stench. Rubbish and rotting food. In his fear, he barricaded himself inside. Little wonder the rats came. These are the ramblings of a madman. The animals. I cannot deny they tormented him. If this is connected to the Beastmaster I met in Essex, his reach is long indeed.
Right, the Beastmaster. So, once again, a long time ago, random side quest we had. We met that man in a cave who can like communicate with wolves and bears and such. That is who Eivor is referencing. So maybe this little incident here is something to do with him. Maybe not. We don't know. We just saw the end results of whatever was going on. Right, so, oh, that is, so, how much money do we have? So, this is the, we have enough money. So, this is that lady that last time, at the very end of last time, kept stalking us, and I tested her out a little bit when I played off part on my own. She does follow you. It does work exactly as I thought. If you talk to her and leave the area, she will follow you across the map until she catches back up to you. She caught back up to me in London, and it scared the hell out of me, but the mic wasn't rolling and I wasn't capturing video at the time, but she scared the hell out of me. But yeah, if you pay her the cheap amount, she will still kind of follow you, pretty much. You have to pay her the full amount to get rid of her and complete the quest. But if you can like tell her off and tell her to go away, and she will come back here. But if you come back here and talk to her, she will start following you again. Obviously. Now she's already latched onto us, she will follow us. So we're not going to tell her to go away yet. We're going to do whatever this quest is first. And now she is going to follow us across the map. It was funny. I looked up a lot of forums for Assassin's Creed, which I don't do too often because I don't really ever have to, but I was curious about this. I was like, okay, what are people what is the internet's thoughts on like this quest in character and all this stuff? People hate her. The only forums that talk about her, it's kind of funny how like when a new Assassin's Creed game comes out, there's a ton of forums in the first couple weeks to maybe a month or so of the game's release, and then there's nothing. There's never anything after that that I can really find, oftentimes. Is that one of the Zealots? I think it is. Oh my god, this is one of the Zealots. I don't know which one this is, but it is. This person probably died 150 hours ago, and their body is still loaded in here. But yeah, all of the forum posts about her, I see her running this way. She's running through the warthogs. Where all the forums about her as a character and like what her situation is, it's just a bunch of like 18 to 21-year-old dudes like arguing with it was a funny and kind of cringy read, actually, because it's just these young dudes who are very obviously like gamers, and they take the idea of them being Assassin's Creed gamers very seriously as their fandom and things like that. It's what I assume a lot of Call of Duty players are like, or World of Warcraft players are, you know, just really diehard neckbeard kind of stuff. And they're all just like arguing with each other about like, how do I get rid of her? How did you get rid of her? And this goes on for posts and posts and posts. People not understanding. They don't understand how the NPC party group system works in this game. And I just want to type in there like, this is how this works, guys. They latch onto you. They stay on the map because they're arguing about like whether she despawns or if you get rid of her, maybe she'll come back someday, or things like, just all this like myth crap that doesn't exist. So right now her character model is loaded on the map. She is running towards us.
Go, Sudan.
Presumably at this very minute. She might have stopped because she might have a radius attached to her. We're going to fly a bit and see. Because she's going to stay on the road. That's the thing. She's going to stay on the road. Okay, I see bandits. I just want to see, can we find her? Maybe she's not even here anymore. Maybe she went some other way. But yeah, these guys really did not understand how the NPC system worked in this game, and they're just arguing with each other on how to get rid of her and how does all this work and such. None of them got it right, which is funny. Is she getting fought with? No. Here's the scary thing, once again, I don't see her, so she's somewhere out here. Is she behind me? No? Okay. Yeah, she's somewhere out here. I don't know where she is. Maybe she took this other path over here with the bridge. I would not be surprised. Well, I'd be mildly surprised because it would scare me. But, yeah. So, words of the wise, don't look up Assassin's Creed forums. They're just really... Like, if you want to see a bunch of older teenage dudes and, like, young... If you want to see a bunch of nerdy, dumb guys, and not nerdy in, like, the cool way, nerdy in, like, the lol gamer 4chan Reddit kind of vibe is what I got from it. If you want to see that, then go ahead and look up Assassin's Creed forums and such. I read that stuff and I was like, wow, these guys are, I'm getting the vibes of Mountain Dew and Dorito crust from them. And I don't even know who they are, just the way they're talking. But yeah, these people, they hate her for some reason. They don't take it as whimsy and amusement and fun. They want their diehard, cutthroat Assassin's Creed game. They want it to be serious. And they hate whimsical fun. That was the end result of me reading those forums. I'm like, wow, these people are just really pissed at something kind of fun and, like, dumb. They were getting so angry. The Boar Master.
Nice pig.
Pig? You ignoramus. Let you trot us as a hog. And the most unique and singular beauty.
Should I leave you two alone?
Please do. And not for the reasons you are insinuating. You are confusing her delicate nose with your earthy stench.
Some like my smell. So she's a mushroom hog. I've heard of such rare beasts.
Mushrooms? She sniffs out treasure.
Treasure?
Eppin Forest is full of it, Lady Trotters finds it. Ah, she has the scent. Come, I'll show you. There you go. Find us riches and you shall have sweet red berries for supper.
Okay, are we actually going to find something out here, or is this a trap? We're waiting on the dude.
Oh, more rancid socks. Bandits leave them lying around and ladies drawn to their unholy stench. Oh, I lost cause. I'm going for a nap. If lady runs off, follow her, would you? What she finds, we'll share. The socks are all yours.
Run, lady. Find me something heavy and rich.
Yeah, you see, like, a quest like this, I could picture people on those forums just finding mundane or, like, boring. It's like, oh, it's a, not, stealth, it's kind of a tailing quest. You just have to, it's like an escort mission, I guess. You have to follow something around and then something might happen. To me, I find this fascinating. This is a little story. Every single one of these quests is like their own little novel, their own little tiny pocketbook. It's like, there's a story behind this pig. Look at this pig's design. It looks great.
Good Lady Trotters, you are the best of hawks.
She is the best of hogs.
Go, Lady Trotters. Run like Fenrir's on your heels.
Like, seriously, Eivor is in exactly my mood. It's like, yeah, man. We're running around out here in the forest, following this weird hog, having a great old time.
You are a beast to rival Gullinburst.
Oh, a sacred orb.
Beloved golden boar. Did the dwarves make you too? What I wouldn't do for a beast as clever as you are.
I have a feeling the hog's gonna lead us into trouble, but... yeah, it's leading us into trouble. What are you guys all just doing standing out here menacingly in the woods? This is why you guys should not just stand all together.
You will not harm a bristle on this beautiful boar's back. There, good girl. The nasty, smelly thugs won't bother you anymore. No.
Eivor is so into this mission. Oh, there's the hog.
I'll protect you, lady.
Oh my god, he's making pig noises. This is just like the weird sex scene earlier. It's just like, what is the VA doing? They're just ad-libbing. Are we going forward, hog? There's no more stuff.
I'll protect you, lady.
Eivor, are you gonna scare the bandits out here making noises like that?
You will not harm a bristle on this beautiful... You will not harm a bristle on this beautiful... You will not harm a bristle on this...
You will not harm a bristle. I want That just is like a voice clip. I just want him making those noises as a voice clip I could put on like one of those sound boxes. I don't know, like a lot of streamers use those. They're like these Streamlab things or whatever, where you just like hit a button and it just makes a sound effect. That would be funny as one of those. My problem right now is that I killed all those guys at once, and for some reason the boar is now stuck. So I'm not sure what to do, because as funny as it is to hear Eivor make these noises,
I'll protect you, lady.
is it the arrow? Like it shoots two of them. It shoots one arrow and it creates two bombs.
You, lady.
I don't see anything to do anymore here.
Stretch your wings, Sunan.
He's still saying things. I might have kind of soft-locked the mission somehow. I don't think it intended me to kill all of them at once the way I did. I hate to do this, but I'm gonna... Can I? No, I can't even hurt the pig.
I'll protect you, lady.
Yeah, this is annoying. This is annoying because this is an issue with the game. It's not an issue with what I did. It is amazing hearing Eivor make these noises. I want to see the video footage of the voice actor making that in the booth. I'm gonna assume this might be where we're supposed to end up with the boar.
What do you see?
Right, I'm going to assume we kind of soft-locked it, so we'll be back for this one. We'll double-check it before we're done today. There is a quest all the way out here. I think I've got about 2 or 3 more quests in me for today. This has been fantastic, though. These are some really good quests. Yeah, that was kind of annoying, how for some reason the board just kind of got stuck. The game can remember where the body of one of the Templar zealots is for 150 hours and keep it there and load it in again. But allowing a pig to move? No. It's like, aw, man. Man, why'd it have to do me dirty like that? A few days ago, I received the new Radiohead photo book from Colin Greenwood, who is the brother of Johnny Greenwood. He is the bassist for Radiohead, and apparently he's been taking photos behind the scenes of Radiohead for like the past 20-ish years or something. All of it's on film, which is like nice, because that's mostly what I do these days. And the book itself is good. I love Radiohead as a band. They're one of my favorites. I do have some criticisms. I think it's a great collection of photos of the band and the surrounding things of the band, like road trip images, people they know, people they met, them just kind of being themselves. It's very refreshing, very nice to see. It's very well presented. Colin's photography skills are pretty alright. My biggest annoyance with the book is the formatting, because 2 of the biggest sins in photo books were committed with this book, and I kind of thought it would probably happen. And that is that primarily he has whoever edited this book together put all of the landscape shots on as landscape on the portrait pages. That is not great if you're not using all of the space on the page. If you're doing that, you need to fill up that space, because otherwise it just you have a small 4x6, 2x3 even maybe image on a page horizontally, and the image may be horizontal and put in the proper perspective to view it, but that's not how you put it in a book. If you do that, you need to put it horizontally with the page so you can make the image bigger and or do other better things with it on that page. You're presenting it properly by putting it horizontally as a horizontal image on a horizontal page. So, with the pages being portrait-oriented in the way the book is made, you still do that. Yes, you are going to make people have to flip the book around to view it, but that's the caveat of the way that you chose to format the book itself. By choosing it to be portrait, you are having to make people do that. That is normal. That is not an annoyance for the reader normally. That's just how you make a photo book. So, to me, as someone who is making photo books, I see this and I'm like, oh man, it's like dodged and burned again. It kind of is, actually, because another sin was committed that happened with that book. So, I'm going to go over to my shelf real quick. 1 second. Bear with me on this. I'm a photographer and I want to talk about photo books. So, I've talked about this book in the past as an example of how not to make a photo book, and it is Dodged and Burned. Seminole Rock Photography, 1976 to 1984 by Brian Shanley. I don't believe he edited this together. Brian Shanley is, at this point, I believe he's like an old man or something. He took a lot of photos in the 70s and 80s of various bands. A lot of whimsy shots, a lot of like, he went to a gig to see an artist and he just asked them, hey, can I take your photo? And sometimes they would, and sometimes they wouldn't. And there's a lot of concert shots. There's a lot of, like he took the photos during the concert he went to and such. And it's artists like Iggy Pop, Bauhaus, I think David Bowie's in here, Howard Devoto, Peter Parrott, the Plasmatics. Some of these bands were very brief. The David Johnson Band, the Buzzcocks, I know, Talking Heads, Television, X, Motorhead. Oh, I will say, looking at that picture, it's like, that was taken at Park West. I've been there. The Dead Boys, the Ramones, a lot of the like kind of punk rock bands, the more alternative music of the 70s, 80s. And for me, I think a lot of the photos are fine. They're not the greatest. They're kind of just they're either happenstance shots during a performance, and they're fine, but they're a bit messy. And then the ones that are more like, hey, can you guys like come out in the hallway and I'll take a picture kind of thing. A few bands seem to have went with that. And those pictures look pretty all right. But I'm looking at these Iggy Pop pictures right now, and my God, are they blurry. You can barely see Iggy Pop's facial features because of how blurry it is from him moving on the stage and the shutter not being fast enough for it. So for me, this book it's a good example of not how to make a photo book, in that the photo book itself is paperback. I am personally not a fan of paperback photo books. There are a lot of misspellings in a lot of the dialogue there's very brief dialogue at the start of the book. There's some misspellings in that. There's misspellings throughout the identification of the bands. There are a lot of blank pages throughout the book, which is really bad. And then the photos themselves, they're all of varying shapes and sizes, but they're all framed very small. Like, not small, but they're like a third of the page space. So there's just a lot of empty space, and mix that with the pages that have nothing on them, it just comes off as like, wow, you have, how many pages is this? I don't know how many pages this is. There's actually not even any page numbers in this, but it's... There, I'll wiggle the book in front of the mic and maybe you heard that. It's like a mildly substantial, maybe like 115, 10 page book. And it just feels very cheap. It feels very like he hired an editor. I don't even know who, did he put this together? The commentary at the front of the book is not him. Oh, it's dedicated to his wife. Oh, I feel sorry for her. Sorry, that's me. It's like, if this were a book dedicated to my partner or wife or anything like that, I would put a lot more effort into it than this. It's like, come on, have some respect for your art, my man. Yeah, I don't see anything. Oh, ooh, what do we got? Okay, yeah, he did not do this book. So this is his work in here. He did not do the editing or layout. It was done by somebody called Todd Novak, who should be fired, in my opinion, from that. That is a terribly put together book. Did he put together the Radiohead book? I want to see, did Colin do the Radiohead book? The Radiohead book, by the way, is called How to Disappear, A Portrait of Radiohead by Colin Greenwood. I recommend it. It's all right. It's better than that book. But it has the same weird issues of, like, good pictures. They're better than that book. I will say Colin's a better photographer. But just the formatting. The formatting is just, like, not great. There's nothing in the front of the book. Is that the bag? Okay, it's at the back. Okay, wow, okay, so we had multiple editors for this book. Editor, Nicholas Pearson, edit and sequence, Colin Greenwood. So Colin got to sequence and decide what photos went where in the book, it seems. The design... Yeah, so the design work was done by Duncan White. So Nicholas Pearson and Duncan White did the core editing of this book. And once again, to me, it's like it's better than this Dodged and Burned book, but it still annoys me because it's still not high quality. It still feels like, oh, this was slapped together by some editors that the artist hired to put it together for him. It's the kind of thing, a book of that quality is something, if I were to hire an editor to put together my book, which I will never do because I'm a picky bitch, and I want to be the one to literally design my own stuff. I'm a curator. I want to have all say in how my work is presented. And if I were to hire somebody and expect those kind of results, I would have paid them like maybe $200 to $400. Nothing. I would have paid them nothing. A pittance to do that. If I here's my pickiness about my art. If I saw my art presented in a book that same way, I would be disappointed. It's good work. It is good work in and of the photo work itself. I have no problem with. They're great photos, but the presentation the presentation of the work, to me, is as important as the work itself. What kind of paper is it on? What kind of ink are you using? What size paper? What shape of paper? How old is the paper? Everything. What kind of typeface you're using for the text? Every single little thing needs to be decided. Because if you don't decide that yourself, you're not going to get what your vision is. Anyway, off of my little rant ramble about the new Radiohead book.
But without her drugs, my family is doomed.
Blood leading away from the house. Something's amiss.
At the end of the day, do I recommend these books? I recommend the Radiohead one. I think it's good in general. The Dodged and Burned one, I don't recommend unless you're like really, really a big fan of just random alternative music bands of the 80s and 70s.
Butterflies. Someone has lost a lot of blood.
There are some good images in the book, but honestly, a lot of it is just like blurry club music. Well, club picture kind of stuff. It's like, he happened to have a camera. I'm gonna grab the book again, take a look. Yeah, like there's some good shots, and a lot of this stuff is, oh god. There's a picture of Lemmy from Motorhead here, and oh my god, is he blurred out to heck because of his movement. I don't even know how, like, available this book even is, actually, because I bought this in Chicago. A lot of these photos, I'm aware, were taken in Chicago of these acts. First edition of 400. So I'm not sure if this is like literally the first of a run of 400 of this book, or if this is something else. It says it's an edition of 400. It literally says first edition of 400. So I don't know. Obviously, there were 400 made of that run. I don't know if that's the first copy or not, but sure. Whatever. I'll get off the topic.
Bear this pain with grace, Freya. But please, show me a sign. You have my thanks, kind one.
Your wounds are grave. Should you not rest in bed? I'll carry you home.
It is no wound, but the blood is mine. I made the potion, Freya's blessing, to help the crops grow.
Blood mead.
Good, you know of it. From my pain, life springs. Please, help me to the clearing. The field needs the blood mead.
There's a farmer at your house who needs it as well. She waits desperately for your return.
Oh no, but my fields. If I fail in my task, the harvest is doomed. Please, bring me to the next bloodstone.
Seer!
The pain surges. But I must finish the ritual.
I could take her to the next bloodstone. She could finish the rite. Or I could bring her back to her house where the farmer waits.
Oh god, it's giving me a choice. Do I do what she wants, or do I do what her... I believe it's her parent wants. We're taking her back. We're not going to let her kill herself. Unless she does so anyway. We will see.
Yeah, please. We'll die without blood mead.
Okay, we're taking her back to the rock because the farmer seems to be wanting the blood mead. Okay. We'll give you both what you want. Sure. I love doing that, just dodging out of the way. It's so awkward.
Strong enough to finish the ritual.
I am.
though I must rest. Then I will chant and sow the blood mead. A task I must perform alone.
I understand. What else can I do?
You've done enough, and for that I thank you. But return in a few days and see the ripening fields.
I shall. Farewell, Sia.
May the gods watch over you, kind one. Farewell.
If we ever pass through here again, we're just gonna find her dead body, aren't we? What was that? We were getting dialogue.
Call upon you, Freyr, blessed brother to Freya. I plead with you, O Vanir, leave a bounty where my blood mead falls.
Okay. Wait, there's an image here. Okay, so I guess someone else did that as well. So we're gonna go back to this. Actually, no, we're just gonna get rid of the singing minstrel lady. We're just gonna get rid of her. Then we're gonna go back and see if the hog thing has fixed itself. Speaking of photography, I was recently given a new camera by someone I don't really know. So many months ago, I want to say towards the start of summer, my father let me know that one of his associates that he knows collects old broken Polaroid cameras. It's just like his thing. He doesn't really do photography anymore. He's like in his late 40s or something. And I just gave him one of my old Polaroid 100 lands that I don't want to... well, I can't really repair because it's an electrical issue with it. The battery socket is completely fried, and the wiring inside of it was actually cut by the previous owner. I don't know how to rewire it properly without hurting myself. I can deal with battery issues most of the time. I can clean and fix that. But rewiring that thing, no. So I already have like 2 or 3 other ones of the same model that do work. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll just give him this for free. I don't need it. He can just have this. It's taking up space. And recently, he actually gave me a camera he believed did not work that is also kind of like weird and rare and such, that he had no use for. I'm going to pause this so I don't have to hear her while I talk about this. But yeah, it was a little dirty. I've cleaned it now, and it actually works. So it was very clear that they had never... it was opening up the camera, it was very clear that they had never used this camera, because they would have been... the previous owner of this camera before them would have, they would have been like 10, or maybe like, they would have been a teenager. But the film inside, there was film inside the camera from the early 90s, some Kodak Gold 100 from the early 90s that I could tell. And it had been in there the whole time since recently, since I've opened up the camera. I could tell that because I am too experienced with this field. just by touching the film, I could tell that there was humidity damage. There's like a little bit of grit to it. So I'm like, I have fresh, unused stock of this exact type of film, and it doesn't feel like this. And I can tell that it's decayed sitting in that camera for 30 plus years or whatever. So I took out that film in the dark, loaded it into one of my better cameras with the modern correct registrations for its ISO and everything to shoot it with today, to see if the film can even like finish itself, because only about half of the roll was used. I don't know what's on the other half from 30 years ago, whenever this person shot this camera. So I'll get to see that soon. But the camera itself is an Argus C3 Matchmatic, which is a weird reprint of an Argus C3, which is a classic camera from the 30s and early 40s that everybody bought back then. And this is a weird reprint during the dying throes of Argus camera, which was based in Ann Arbor, Michigan. They were bought by Sylvania at the time. Sylvania. And then Sylvania went under, and they were quickly bought up by a holding company. The holding company didn't know what to do with them, so they kind of just let them do their own thing for like 7 years or so or whatever, until Argus died, essentially, under this holding company. This was a weird reprint camera of a... So, in the 60s, all of this happened. I'm bad at explaining this kind of stuff. So, yeah, late 50s, Argus camera, big camera company in America, was bought out by 2 different organizations in a quick period of time. And during this weird, confusing financial and developmental time for them, they, I don't know under whose order or whatever, maybe it was the holding company, decided, hey, reprint this camera that you did 25 years ago that was big and popular, but kind of change it a little bit. That's what this camera is. It's a very weird, just alternative version of this camera. It has weird symbology of it. This is me just kind of nerding out at this part. I'm sorry. It has weird symbology that's irregular to most cameras in how it measures exposures and like its light metering and such. It's not normal. The f-stops on it are very irregular. For some reason, they developed like a weird proprietary measuring system for this camera. And it fascinated me at first, and now I get it, but it's just like, why did you do this? Why did you reinvent the wheel for the camera for this one-off model only that needed to work properly with a specific attachment that most of them don't work anymore, so now I have to do the math in my head to figure out what's going on. It's like, early 60s, you got to get those attachments rates on your new fandangled trendy electronics. Ugh. It's when they started putting batteries in these things and they're all you find them now and they're all blown up. Anyway, I ramble. Anyway, this camera is it's a classic body. It has a weird color that apparently is based off a color of a popular car at the time. It's like a weird olive beige color. It's fine. It looks different. But yeah, it's just a weird rare, I wouldn't say as far as rare, but uncommon variant from a very weird period of time for a rather known camera company in America. It's mostly forgotten these days because they don't exist anymore. But yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. The camera works. Camera works totally fine from me using it. I haven't seen the results yet from it, but functionally as a device, it seems fine. So, yeah.
Enough.
Now that I have shut up, we're gonna make her shut up now. You want to suck my what?
Enough. I won't listen to your blabber anymore.
First there was a famine, and now look here, a feast. Fare thee well, Eivor of the Raven clan. Your exploits will live on in me.
Now I thank you, but please, take your leave.
Fare thee well, brave hero. Perhaps we will meet again.
Gods, I hope not.
Hey, you're the Glee woman. Do you know the Glee men in London? We're kind of looking for them. Right. So, let's go back to the hog, see if the hog is doing well. And hopefully we will wrap up today with the hog. If for some reason the hog is still kind of soft-locked itself or glitched or something, I don't mind redoing most of that quest. It's just like if we can't for some reason continue with it, we'll do a different quest. And I'll try to figure that one out on my own in the background, if it's possible.
Need to clone myself here.
Who is the most gorgeous girl? You are.
Nice pig.
Pig.
Yep, we have to start it all over again. Okay. So this time I'm not going to shoot a poison arrow at the bandits. We're just going to fight them straight out. I guess this quest wasn't designed with the anticipation of being able to do that. So, it's a little unfortunate. It happens.
Oh, more rancid socks. Bandits leave them lying around and ladies drawn to their unholy stench. Oh, I lost cause. I'm going for a nap.
Run, lady. Find me something heavy and rich. Yes, a fine horde. Good Lady Trudders, you are the best of hawks.
Interesting that it's giving me more of the items that we actually found in the quest, but it's not having me like initiate like having to dig or anything for them.
You are a beast.
It's just giving them to me.
Freya's beloved golden boar. Did the dwarves make you too? What I wouldn't do for a beast as clever as you are.
Give us that boar!
Hey now! Dead!
Eivor's making these noises while he kills them. Absolutely amazing.
I'll piss on your jaw. There, good girl. The nasty, smelly thugs won't bother you anymore. No.
You good? Oh, please. Well, it looks like it's just borked. That's lovely. What's interesting is that Eivor's not continuing with his weird dialogue to the pig this time. But yeah, this certainly seems like a bug. It's not a great one. This kind of is annoying. Man, that blows. Right, I'll look into it for next time. Maybe I'll get it done on the background. That sucks. We're gonna do this one instead. A few days ago, I also got my hair cut. Which, my hair before was very much, long and very well groomed, I will say. I'm very particular about my hair, and my stylist knows this, but yeah, my hair before this past week was grown down to like my mid back. Like I like it long, but I also it got to a point where it's like, yeah, I think it should be cut back. And my hair normally tends to be in a bob because I am a fan of, as awkward as it is to say, I am a fan of being the cute boy. So we have gone from the femboy to the cute boy. As I sit here wearing my Espeon and Umbreon Pokemon shirt wearing tights. Playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So, a haircut is nice. And it's been 2 years? It's been a long time since I've had a haircut.
They will attack on sight here.
Yeah, it's been about 2 years. So, I'm kind of glad to have the bob again. I get to wave my hair back and forth and look fabulous. All right, so what's going on here?
Look at that! It's a giant! Play hide
I'm not a giant, I'm just a dude.
to hide real.
Hide and hunt is a true warrior's game. It is good that you play it.
Then play with us. This lot's easy, but you'd be hard to find.
Oh,
Go
really?
hide with the others. After the count, I'll seek you out like the mighty wolf Fenrir. Everyone hides while I count.
You know, that is something we have not done in a long time. It's been probably for me since like
But stay in the village.
March or April or something. I forget exactly when the last time we went and... Oh, geez.
9,
Hey, you had the same idea as me.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready or not, here I come.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've been in Asgard.
The mighty Fenrir stalks the land in search of its prey. I found you, Braggy. I mean, the wolf did. Oh, no fair. You're too good. No, you're just bad. Because you always hide in the same spot.
Got him. It would be funny if the kid showed up as like an antagonist with the eagle search.
This is my spot.
Oh, crap.
We can share.
Can I just hide on the roof? Eivor, can you, like, just stand on the roof, please? Okay, there's the kid right there next to the hay, but he's not... Is he stuck? First we had the boar that was stuck, and now we have the kid that might be stuck?
You, Pebble.
No, okay.
You peeked, didn't you? Ha! Nothing escapes the mighty nose of Fenrir.
Okay, we're good.
Ow! Fenrir is getting hungry. Come out, giant. You won the game.
Okay. Can we talk to you?
The giant is the champion! The hider in shadows, the one who lurks unseen.
Honestly, moving around while he was looking, I was surprised he didn't find me or see me.
Stay warm. A warrior's game. These times, even children must hide from two-legged wolves.
Get ready for hide and hunt, everyone!
Is there anything that... We're gonna do one of these. Which one's which? What is this? I don't know what this is, but we're gonna try it. And see how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more today. One more adventure. We got on the sideline here in Mercia. Eivor of the Ravenclan here. This is not his voice. I have stolen his voice, and I'm using this voice instead. No, if it were Eivor on a radio show, he would just be like, "This is Eivor of the Ravenclan." It would be honestly kind of more ASMR-y, I feel. Cast your eyes on the land with the magic radio tunes of Lady Gaga on 69.9 FM, The Raven. I don't know. I don't know. Bad bit. That I don't know why, but this just came into my head. I'm sorry for the outburst, but this just crossed my mind. Yeah, Eivor has like a daily radio show, but then at like 11 or midnight, like in the dead hours of the night, the radio show still goes on, but he lets Sigurd in his crazed self whatever megalomaniac personality, like that whole thing, like, you will listen to me and I will spread the wisdom. Just like let Sigurd onto public radio to just say his weird spiritual stuff to people. I love that idea. I love it. Give Sigurd his weird radio show in the dead of night. Oh God, it's like public access. Just like the weirdos who just rent some time on late night television or radio just to spout insanity. Oh, that is amazing. I love it. That is an amazing idea. Bless you, dearie. You're an inspiration to us all. Except these few carrots, they've turned black and all, but the good Lord made them, and they give sustenance. What is this?
The other side must be barred.
Who's feeding someone moldy food? I don't see anyone in there. There's treasure down here. Oh. We got someone running the hardcore monastic run down here, huh? I don't trust her. This is the vibe I get when I'm Geralt in Witcher 3. And I see somebody standing there, and I'm like, something's really not right here. And normally I would use Quen and prepare to fight.
I pay my penance within these walls, never to see light of sun again.
1 second. How much you bet she's going to attack me if I open the treasure chest down here? No. Really? No. Okay.
Forever enclosed,
What are you doing in this dungeon?
I devote myself to solitary prayer, to confession and fasting.
I have broken the lock. You can leave.
But I choose to live this way. I am an anchoress. This is my entire life.
Sealed up here. All day and night for life. It is an odd way to worship.
I am at complete peace with the world. Can you say as much?
How can you be at peace with the world if you live beyond its reach?
I know the pain it can inflict.
Come outside. Your God won't be angry for just a few moments. Come. Come.
Touch
I will
grass,
follow you,
please.
if only to feel the grass beneath my feet.
Yes, touch
I
grass.
will repent when I return. I came here after the dark times. The death of my father. It has been years. I wonder what it will be like to once again feel a cool breeze, the warm sun, the scent of lavender.
It's okay. Gamers can be healed. Come outside. Look at the sun. It's not a screen. It's real.
It is so beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Earth's beauty renews us. Thank you, stranger. My life begins anew.
You have been saved. We have done good today.
World, my lord, and thereof we are grateful. Leaves fall, turn to dust, and from dust trees of green arise.
We have done very good today, ladies and gentlemen. So, next time, we will see what happens with more of these random side quests. We'll probably stick around Jorvik quite a bit. We're not... Guys, stop trying to kill me, please. It's such a lovely day out here. This is actually what it looks like outside right now. I have pictures. This is exactly what it looks like outside. It's lovely. Everything's golden and bright. Oh, this is a fantastic place to just stop today because, yeah, this is exactly what it looks like outside today. I love it. In any case, next time we'll continue with more Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We will do more side quests. We will probably go to Jorvik. I will may or may not talk about whether we fix the pig or not. There are lynxes out here and they want to kill my big lynx. They are jealous of my lynx. Yeah, thank you for watching. And have a good of a night. Is that lynx still following us? No. Okay, we're good. Never mind. Ooh, 1 second.
Cast about this land, my friend.
No, none of these guys have things. This tree walkway reminds me of the walkway up to the Braithwaite Manor in Red Dead 2, actually. I gave my good nights already and I'm still playing the game. That's how this game works. I'm going to stop for real, though. Once again, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and we will continue with more Red Dead Redemption, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I will probably have a different mount next time. We'll see. I might still have this. If I do, next time, if I don't like play this a bit on my own, we'll swap it out for something else. But until next time, see you later.